Torres or Anafi, Black Stars, African is last 2 round of matches. We pay over qualify, but won't qualify so be home. Mezana,
Yamia Dum BBI Boko Yaw. BBI Jina ye, the man, and the MSA, you better Black Stars more. Then there's also Baby and the Good Stars in the protocol.
Yes.
It's a big game.
Yes. So right after Black Stars a game now,
big game.
Good Stars in the protocol.
Big game.
Africa qualifies, share groups, in total. Reps as a coach in Africa. Of course, FIFA BM. But we cannot just send any reps at all. There be a catcher say on the continent, Egypt, everything will be club football, national team football. But whenever they've represented the continent or the global stage, Egypt, and yet, dear, yes, you should film home. That said, share countries like Cameroon, your ball qualifies are almost struggles, but on the global stage, it has also been another country or more African empire. We go and run through these groups in our share. Last 2 games are canon. Yeah. Countries a bit me are from Mundial no. I could in Africa.
I think that for now, there were 2 groups are very crucial. I think you share Shabak made the groups not send the group A and group D. We got Ghana with group I. Then you will group A and group D. Now about group I. And you about the dynamics of group I. And then near the real moon to the Black Stars game, then we understand what it means. Now say, check a group A ni Egypt in the torso first. Egypt were 20 points. Was 16 goals are considered 2 out of the 8 matches. Then Burkina Faso torso 2. Okay, me that's a Shadrach. Burkina Faso torso 2. Out of the 8 matches, could have 15 points. I said 19 goals are considered 7. There is Sierra Leone, who is an outsider in this particular discussion. Now, with 2 games left to go, Egypt air travel akwakobo Djibouti wawe. Then Burkina Faso air travel akwakobo Sierra Leone wawe. Fancy, you look at the Egyptian national team Newton. Then how far they've come in terms of qualifying for another World Cup. Ghana baso. Ghana because if Ghana should qualify for this World Cup, Mako 5 times, and Ghana qualify for the World Cup. If Egypt should qualify for this particular World Cup, this is the 4th time Egypt qualify for the World Cup. So despite their dominance on the continent, when it comes to qualifying for the World Cup and doing well at the World Cup, they have a problem with that. Because the first time Amuko World Cup was in 1934. The second time they went to the World Cup was.
Looking to level up your life and business game? Welcome to the #1 podcast for business and self-development, Connected Minds Podcast. Join our host, Derek Abaite, as he dives deep into strategies, insights, and real-life stories that will help you make smarter choices for a happier, more successful life. Don't miss out. Stay connected with us. Tune in to the Connected Minds Podcast, where growth begins with a great conversation. Available now on all major platforms.
Going to be the second time you're having an old player to qualify them for the World Cup. Because the first one in 1990, Mahmoud El Guhari, and a qualifier or to the World Cup. Then this time around is Hussam Hassan. I think Fancy, you can't golden squad of Egyptian national team between 2006 to 2010. I believe that is one of the best Egyptian squads we've ever watched. Team ano muhimi do krampusi nchen.
Zaki Munyina.
Ahmed Zaki, Mohamed Abu Trika. You look at Zidane. You look at the squad, you could tell the resource and at that time. It is one of the best. But they could not qualify for the World Cup. The Mohamed Salah and Navufui, Tarek Hamed Mo, Ababe qualify or move to another World Cup in 2018. A group with Saudi Arabia went to qualify out of the group. They lost all their games. So if this is another opportunity for them to go to the World Cup, Fancy, I think it's on the right pace. But I did also almost say Eddie Flo Mohoni as a qualification in your problem. But the performances at the World Cup will matter more than the qualification. But just maybe they will be happy. Say this Burkina Faso team, one particular team at your power, but they've been able to find ways and means around the Burkina Faso national team to get the qualification. Fancy and they Nameya Doma. So Burkina Crampo Sierra Leone, Burkina will go to 18 points. If Egypt should also win at Djibouti, say no mirror in the Djibouti game there. Unless Africa happens. When we talk about Africa happens, there are certain games that on this continent it becomes difficult for you. But if Egypt should win today, I think Francis is a done deal for them. Almost silly, far away. Almost 6 in the so the second leg in the crampo there, almost away no new. But baby, who's Burkina near the playoff zone. Francis Medica said the new format of the World Cup qualification, no, ama yebenya another mouth-watering fixtures to also enjoy. Due to the second position, say ombenya kunya so bobo playoff. Bobo playoff na nyame adoma de obetimi qualify na obeje no. Ebe movie on. Akwakobo Oceana for ne omo makeka na ombeka ho no for another playoff spot. Said ebe obetimi da qualify akwa piem with the main World Cup. In this instance, I know FIFA will commit money to it. I know CAF will push and commit money to it because they will love to see more African nations compete at the world level. It is Sierra Leone Burkina will be fighting over there, which I actually believe and then will be in to watch another game from Sierra Leone. AFCON last 2 times they come AFCON. Ebe ha dream baby East End Lions goalkeeper better go post mu etete amanfo. But I think Egypt makes it over the line today and then be cross it. Then Group D na me share Cape no have Cameroon, no have Libya. Fancy Libya nkasa na me say ade mo ho ba asem kese pa ye issues about Gaddafi. Any war esi kromo. Everybody knows about the Benghazi story. But something bringing them together after a long period of time was football. I will never forget about their performance at the Chan tournament. Ghana born home on the Krako PMU Mbia. The semi-finals, the final back, we know more to your life, the top side, top side. But you see, I'm not check here. 19 points for Cape Verde, 15 points for Cameroon, then 14 points for Libya, 10 points for Angola. Cameroon will be traveling to Mauritius. Obebawi. Meaning say Ononesha automatically comes 1 point closer to baby Cape Verde da. Cape Verde so bo fie ne ene. Meeting e tia Libya. Difficult game by all standard. Which I actually believe say Libya will relish the opportunity to go on 17 points before their last game. Because they actually believe say so Wontumi Cape Verde. Cape Verde better 19 or better 17, 2 points difference. Going into the last round of games. Cameroon will also be on 18 points going to the last round of games, which is very important. So, any better training they see the last game you win they qualify. Within this particular space of time, if Libya loses the game, our position even getting into the second place will also be another problem. Okay. So Angola will also be playing today in a very tough game against Eswatini. Let's not forget that the first round of games in Angola says Eswatini by 1-0 or Brepa. So this is one group I'm really looking forward to. Kivet for money, kama ubunyalan komujina World Cup nimpampe na skin kala ne daso. But fancy, is it going to be another time where we are going to see another great from the continent? I'm representing on the continent at the World Cup many times. I know be free man because the Kivet in ne oko 22. That means no matter what Cameroon does, Cameroon are not qualifying for the World Cup unless through the playoffs. The Cameroon is here straight way. So, say Kevin is now 22 points. Points gap near say 4 that out. Fancy what they mention as no. So Kevin only need a win today to qualify for the World Cup. If you only leave your match, no, and you make or break because definitely Omuni say Mauritius better. Cameroon back or no. It's in a Cameroon for Nina. When Munina no Nana Munina back or Bompaye. I say ne Calibia and Yedumano and Famomo. Because me check the fixtures of the last round in terms of these nations. Any the kind of results you expect from them. In case you say Kevin and Timia share, Cameroon share, Libya sha round 10 games on Mubobo near fancy. Yenshe near Meti for NTSC. So Ochekish in this instance, Cameroon here Ebebo. I think so my group no Crampono A6 they will be playing 10 games.
I said 10 matches will be
Cameroon Bebo Angola Ofie.
Yeah.
That is the fixture. Libya Beko Mauritius. Quebec Bebo Eswatini. So if Quebec fails to win, Obese Eswatini. Ofie. Cameroon Bebo Angola, difficult game. But Libya no Beko Mauritius. If you fancy, and then we might have a new nation that will qualify for the World Cup from the continent. Let me say Cameroon for no. Then you have to go through the playoffs. Fancy Ebeya see a World Cup Cameroon squad way. Carlos Baleba, Anguissa, and Bionana. You see, playoffs
the World Cup has always missed big boys. Yes, boys. It means a surprise at some point in France and somewhere.
Because the World Cup now birthright. Well, modern ball in the qualifiers, Senator Baba.
And a man of friend World Cup, some big boys will miss out.
Because you're really a baby. Ever call World Cup and Sana is doing a Halad Moon now qualify for World Cup.
I said, I'm
But first, today it will be interesting to look at what they have and the kind of results of what they might. So we move to Group I. Ghana won. So what are the dynamics of Group I? See, Comoros and Madagascar will game. Ghana bebo Central African Republic. Crucial encounter. Mali outsiders when it comes to this particular discussion we are making. Now 19 points, 16 points, 15 points. This is the closest I have seen in terms of any matches no bono with gaps near them temuno. Ghana could literally secure their qualification today when they win, because at the end of the day, depending on the head-to-head results between Comoros and Madagascar, and now even between Comoros and Ghana, no, they don't know my basicity. Fancy as it stands now, Ghana will need to win to take the points to 22 points. If Madagascar beats Comoros, on 19 points, still 3 points between Ghana and Madagascar. But the first point of you differentiated two teams in the World Cup qualification stage, a head-to-head. Seba head-to-head na Ghana and Madagascar, na Ghana bro Madagascar so. But if Ghana should win today, Comoros should win here, meaning say Ghana qualify, because the points gap between Comoros and Ghana 4 points. So Ghana share, now Comoros to share 4 points difference. Last game, no matter what happens, Comoros squad share Ghana 1 point will take Ghana to the World Cup. Yeah. So this is what we are coming to look at when it comes to Ghana Black Stars and the rest of the teams.
Mate, you remember so see. I remember you when I was some room ye pamami, because a BM say Otuado be a mini squad be obia on one some can squad be a donya naming quandia obia be catch or say sumisia ma mobentia ma was a betamo obia so campaign ma betamwa because goalkeeper ekwe so akwa make case e dia mama yan zampa ye Lucas betima so minim say for your next 2 games a crucial game. You say, this is the squad I will camp. You're best any new.
I think say you're best in and you're best in ye. We have 2 games left, and it feels like maybe I be dread yet. You're who you mema you're the back corner because you bought Comoros Central African Republic. We are you're who you're nafi. But these boys are not our best players so far. You're best place in. And now on me who say Maria Sani Dara post to be on Daniel Kufiche. Now actually imagine say we still haven't paraded our best arsenals yet. And very natural. No country between parody weapons. But yeah, the end of the day, yeah, no man for me feel there are certain players be mushishimuha. As so many say national team. First of all, I feel say Majid Ashimeru should come back to compete in the midfield. Yes. Last squad Ashimeru Enkahu. Ashimeru should be part of the squad. Ashimeru should be back. Patrick Pfeiffer, I'm sure someone or a central defender. Patrick has to be part of the squad going forward. Look, we cannot put 40 players, 50 players on a sheet say FIFA your lineup and your squad the World Cup ni. But whatever list the FIFA they be so my 2 players I'm from register for World Cup na, they would have to comprise of your best players available. And so in my opinion, Obeti Samajida Shimeru, he has to be fighting for a spot in this squad. Majida Shimeru is sort of fighting for this squad. Now, me share lineup numudia. Yo, even your right back hono, your left back hono. Say ko World Cup na Bribiano o check how your squad no. Your far centre backs right for me, near far left centre backs for me. Near far right backs 2, near far left backs 2, near far one player to be butcher for me na so.
Okay.
Kamaradin Mediama. Me of fetisa versatility rule. Or bot right back, a ball left back. Just a bono basa. He on the level I will cast a CAF Champions League in our ball against Ali, against Belouizdad, and against Young Africans. He's gone there. A butcher he is one of the players a what jumping power ye football including from anybody says I'm telling you. So one of the players
I'm found in the heights.
No, Kamaradin or leaping power as a defender in terms of offensive game, no, or I did a lot defensively on your week. And you tell me the best sell your local market no my break qualities and I be feature and you be show you panwa. I feel so Kamaradin should be part of your squad no. Going forward 2 games left. These are not your quality players. Yo, in my little opinion, somebody like Richmond Lamptey, yama ya nimrana so. Your number 10 position on Richmond Lamptey yama ya nimrana so. Akunya bom kakra Richmond he fast say.
Richmond Lamptey free APR assistance, but I'll find the next club.
Richmond has to be fished out. What will you say? Yeah, me can the other day me can say me say. Okay, say number 10. Your best number 10 available. Kudus. But Kudus Buffia or Obama the club 10 number spa 10 no Obama. I'm not 10 no Obama. I'm the call right wing. And no Oba Ghana game so so born.
So Lamptey ugly Musrati.
Libya. Yeah, so he's playing.
Maybe they say already Majid Ashmeru issue no. If not for injuries, Majid Ashmeru should always be considered as part of the squad. The reason why I'm saying that is or the different dynamics ever into the middle of the field. I don't think any of your midfielders in the carry ball Majid Ashmeru as a number 8. I don't think any of them fancy proper box to box midfielder in that particular role no better than Majid Ashmeru in your squad. Adeba kwa Krisuti bube fu ho pa mananye successful AFCON. How na onya Majid Ashmeru fit in so many games are your ball AFCON Ivory Coast. New against Cape Verde. Bobo ni nyina she go bi kra ma okay akone do ifa de na ko show me edge offside. E prebi ba ya wo sisa yes substitution ni money free man again ne dane Cape Verde be winning by 2-1. You watch subsequent games and Majid Ashmeru starting my Black Star and you know the AFCON you would understand say no a player not team name missing you dream maybe you cannot the pra you saw the pra na day ebo. But if this guy is fit, he's one of the finest midfielders you can ever have in this team. And Obetima complimenting Obia, including Partey, Elisha Owusu, Kwesi Sibo. Obia the name man, he's our finest number 8. Or a fit in Kwandia.
Question usually in Fifina Kwakoye area, you are bringing your method afro. And the Ababe, yes, so full, say about ditch back on our onion honor. It is easier. As I say about Sibodi, I'm telling you, there's another young Baden Ghanaian central midfielder or unlock CCA. Even in central defense, you have another young chap who's Spain or no Jukumuno or Loki.
Says Simpson when you call boy.
Look,
so to say, the Simpson and that's a Black Star material, but it be a form 1 or 2, so that's so many times we are former. Who knows? Every can walk up when you be a so Obia were train okay. About time one your more and your fluke. One too many.
That should have been my last point. I may call home. So we need the best of the best. Yeah, yatia dache. And na yenya coach Kwesiapia. Ayire no scouty a tumon squad no. Onye Benezo Ferimo. Edebakika hono. It is easier to lose these boys. After Dankamo as and fire because you be for process here. But yo, Say no make you obi ebo sibo Thomas Partey. Thomas is around 33 years. Do you think Thomas can go on beyond 2 tournaments ahead of us?
Can go on.
33 years old. Or the next World Cup we are. Yeah, hitting 34. We will be saying Thomas Partey. Why am I? Obaka compare Dubai, how baby, Asia. Then we'll be looking for another young child. But I'm saying, say, for energy, for balance, and for the game's tenacity, Majid Ashimeru happens to be one midfielder. Yeah, at this point, if not for injury, said Yakumia, he has to be here. And my last player me kind of want some kakra e bia na other ones na skip from there, but me per se me scan it through the net. Abetamwa yaw abetamwa for the third time aboni debut baby odru me come in 72 ono man yin to twene but ono so wanyere no baby odru no
that's all that standby list be so
etro papa etro krasa ya fro listen standby ho no etro say we are part of the soup.
Just standby on so be so one chair on so per standby ni mo abehye
obi per standby oh no yenya frosa ke brain side to no baby a ugina na wo ye waiting no somebody is also waiting behind you epe ho maba baby American say Albert we do tricky points share yaw ya Ghana players bebre asa wo share Jesse no wia ne sa bibi kitikiti bi ye hunu bi na yaw ya na me ya say one who player no bi wa unfortunately in the form no so was a uniform no bio
affected psychologically.
I have been shocked by this trend. Local players get called into the national team. Onya bibo onya training here obi on ma say you pushing it na onya bibo at some point na atiakoda player no yira na the form no so asa yira Albert baby odru no so we a big player show to us. If you want to tell us, say we are young court, you just so kakra kotoko. I say so tia national no so rivals so be a house for fans. E be me come Chelsea for our show man no didi watam mo adwawo. You need to convince all those people say I belong to Ghana as well.
Because in Benjamin Asare nya call up the kai say former Sanchoro ko Benjamin Asare ba. I want waji to mu say Frederick Asare sorry. About Frederick to mu say no. Like Ghana ya adwuma.
Okay.
O deserve call up no ana unya enkoye club say o ana bia me arch rival ti na on deserve o bia jatum say Asare deserve so call up so sana amwade ne betimi aye Razak Simpson nya call up o kwan ne den start ball boy no bia ka say no Simpson deserve a betimi abo Black Stars na boniye so to say bia ne say wanya call up na no nche say connect ball maybe our matches not true. You might never know. Coach no that so hell. Yeah,
Hannah Jumana what can intend him. Now it's very difficult to still maintain and sustain yourself relevant. As look, but so I go be a Boshe Quara the other day, no. It involved everything. That goal no one should have taken him there. Now the tell me bono kokone say mahu kwampoku wakoso wa I want to come poku so koso ye. To lot of players I can tell you, Justice Blamo, Agadasmo, they've always been knocking around the blast out door, just as Albert Wabedri. And yeah, so for a player to score a volley of that nature, huge expectation. Wa crash posted born and see for more. Number 2. Born and see for. The 2 central defenders is in him. No, I just on course road, you know. The keeper absolutely had nothing to do on the situation. Volley under pressure. Now it takes a lot to get that ball back of the net.
And to say only a fluke Omone Lions when a bicycle kiki.
That's another thing.
Bar for bar no cross bar no kwa.
Then in born the LD war number 9 for no omujuma diemu. Set while running about box num now be maintaining brief at the ball na 20. Yaw bonum obebremi enu. Mentally or physically. Now I'm running from deep about 60 meters. I do boxing, you know. Mentally, how to cushion your brain. Now the ball not turn it. One of the games, I think semantics. Semantics go back on the Ashomo. Boy, he ran through the entirety of the field. This is pure energy. This is pure energy. Yeah, volunteer. Take time and do this for me. Watch this go.
Power any placement power
and the timing to have connection to that ball no Look, Yane Makwa. So what we share such goal no. Yo, it's so play no. Here at this point, Onyama box no more. This is anticipation. Also watch now. Anticipation. He's just waiting patiently. But before the ball arrives, no do on Marie. Watch this. What more could earn him a national team color? So I feel say with 2 games left. These are not the best players we have, and we should still fish for deeper players. I'm meeting about the competition. They are better.
Let's say a back coach no so near because in the World Cup qualifiers, let me say apart from it's like not on a ball, a ball Comoros are so it means auto there. Let me say qualifies not there so far, and then the record near superb.
Let me say, see, I'm not checking the numbers in the Kutano now. In games I have born in the World Cup under Otuado, then you look at the points are waiting me are accumulated here. Then you would understand the impact in this particular squad. Shadrach beat me share Eddie Amaye, then we would understand. In the World Cup qualification as it stands, the 4-3 now is share Central African Republic. Then you could share Mali by 2-1 in that particular game because the first one I Lucy, was against Comoros. Comoros could share Ghana by 1-0. After that game, any jar a Ukraine. Let's not forget say Madagascar 1-0 biwaha. That late win there is Asunya ABM. Then we failed to beat Comoros. Right after Comoros, Utuado Befa Ghana team Libya. Then you look at the World Cup Obeshe Mali 2-1 or Central African Republic 4-3. In recent results are Yehunina and Wasaswa Koshe Madagascar 3-0. Washe Chad 5-0. Omone Chad Asabo 1-1. Then no about Behesi Asasha Maliba 1-0. 6 games, 5 wins, 1 draw, 16 goals scored, 5 goals conceded.
And you're bad cry.
Nkomo are very, very, very funny.
I didn't see her.
In 6 games, 16 divided by 6, Bema goes to know. Then defensively, goals now considering 5 in 6 games. Meaning, say, so breaking the game now a less than a goal per game.
Ghana average 2.6 goals per every single 90 minutes.
Every game behind the 2
close to 3, between 2 to 3.
Yes.
2 to 3. It's not really bad. This is not bad at all.
That is with the statistics, no?
Yes.
That is it. Not that bad to complain. And you can't do Mr. Comoros as a break here. Financial Bonabasokra. Look at the stats. 6 games is considered lesser than the games. I'm saying 0.9 per game. Defense, attack massive between 2.5. Some catcher said that's not 3.5. Over to convertible. The guy is doing some good work. But come in the context of Ghanaians, how we see our team and where we feel so we are supposed to be here, supposed to be there. Yeah. Digging deep in the games haven't been convincing. Not to the ordinary Ghanaian or not to we, the media guys. But look at the stats. So in speaking only to the stats.
Problem niho. But performance on the pitch
the eye tests.
Yeah.
Okay, for the performances. Ghana Mali. Far away, you can share Mali by 2-1. You have Ghana Central African Republic. You share Central African Republic with Krumasi by 4-3. You have 2 games. No. Away to Mali. Ghana for now to do big who say game no or ton first half the Mali, not in a bad way so Akodiska. But tactically, they felt that he could have done better. So I give na Jordan are you there before free bench by ebe 2 goals ebe over 10 game no. Emiri by 2-1. Then the Central African Republic game you started Jordan. Yes no mate.
Louis Mafuta hat-trick.
Yes no mate. And Jordan are you the ball hat-trick ne show by 4-3.
2 players hat-trick that night.
So 2 games now you hear ni na no. Despite getting important wins Ghanaians were not satisfied because they felt to say our results we can't lack.
For results, the game gave us the results, but through the game, and Ghanaians were not satisfied. So this is where Otto has been now.
So to say they two see, and I remember if you be able to the right man for Jumano. But so you're born in the air. Also, be a count, results no. That be a so say and ye born in the
air. The Ama Ghanaians for Nusuko Pioneer say there were 2 qualifying matches that were going on as at that particular time. There was the African Cup of Nations qualifiers. What did they mention as no? And there was the World Cup qualifiers. I'm telling you for a fact, the Ghanaians were much more disappointed. And at the states now, you go to more nay. Ghana for who say numbers a good screen is so crano and for baby ano. The kind of things that happened during the African Cup of Nations qualifiers.
Yes.
Fancy. Now Ghana since 2004, we've played in almost every single African Cup of Nations. First of all, yes. And there was even a belief, not even a belief, it is factual. Say, no matter who is the coach for Ghana Black Stars, qualifying for AFCON is the bare minimum. It's the bare minimum. Sika kono mudi ebe kobi. Kisiti mo bebo 1 or 2 matches blue actually.
06 in one of the BIA na.
Naturally.
Na quite to say all the backline football. Ne nim se kotoko ne ha se de Champions League. Ne ya fa Liberty King Faisal drafts any other team. Ne do mo confederation no.
There has not been any single year since 2004 Ghana akwa this be a 2018 World Cup did this in China. Yanko World Cup ne AFCON that year ko AFCON ba World Cup ne anya dey Yanko because no AFCON about 2019. What did they mention as because you boba ko 2017 calendar ni ye about 2019 ye ko AFCON by Yanko World Cup 2018 but 2006 we went to the AFCON, we qualified for the World Cup. 2010 we went for the AFCON, played in the final against Angola
2010
qualified for the World Cup. In 2014, you have AFCON 2015. The free AFCON, you know, moko boy ya. Africos moko haya the okobi no. Yaw, and we have World Cup 2014. Yes, AFCON. So Ubama be 2017, we be 2019. 2019 you kogu ye one man say Comoros mo. We did not go for 2018 World Cup, but for World Cup 2022, we went for AFCON 2023. But this time around,
you have a call World Cup before,
either before or after. We will play either we play the AFCON before or we come back and come and play the AFCON. Also, calendar now is a sign when it comes to African Cup of Nations in the I feel near bought AFCON no after World Cup because 2022 you bought AFCON no subsequently after that. What did they mention? I said no. 2018 you bought AFCON no right after that, but for 2010 and the rest we played the AFCON in the same year. Just like 2006, you bought January Baba Amando mo. Eko boy Zimbabwe for the dre ya Ekoba ya Nigeria tell tawo or boss out in free chile ba say panyan. So for Otuado's contest of discussion in this particular matter, with the numbers in a good screen, you know, fancy, it's about 2 shades in one particular state. In a sense, it's you failed to qualify us for the African Cup of Nations within that same period. You have given us these numbers. Now, then, the chance on the Eco tournament proper now with my Edumano. And performance is not need to be catch up about the World Cup, no, and the raising questions. Now, you look at the following 2 games that came in, then you would understand the reason why Ghanaians were literally angry at whatever Otuado did. Yes, she charged 5 goals to nil. Obiya Mr. Chad. Now, Kromasi no Bia Yapa said, Abby. Yakwasha Madagascar away with Morocco. That 2 games, you know, Newton, to be very honest to Otuado, it was a very convincing result. Also charged 5. Now Kwasha Madagascar 3. Proper convincing results. Now Asako raised that baby. Ade any child akobo 1-1. Then Ababa Mali by 1 goal to know, which I actually believe at the end of the day, Mali was the best team. Yeah, a game maybe be able to say, Mali for crash on Mukochi protest. So the statistics that are over there merits you have to say an applause for Otuado. Say at least 6 games, 5 wins, 1 draw. It is good. What did they mention? But in general, Wontumi in Ghana for Esusu Yeboniaye because almost the money day. I games in omo nkwa fa so e games ni bi
so a critical situation now
nasa nka modern one dey nka obi nka say enye
yeah
like statistically
a perfect start for any coach.
Oh, okay.
Perfect start for the coach, but it is that the Ghanaians having tested the higher standard, always expecting so high. And all of that, and until we feel say no, and it's sufficient.
We see him rag game now, because someone in your time, Emma match, because I'm say, I won't prepare the in the me see a bit me about Ramoro real quick. The plan is a man be 2 or 3 minutes. Be time on the man names are 2 minutes.
Okay.
One your punctual. The pan because when you serious. Auntie, me say a bit me around here, didn't come on here, said your and so it's so minimum. So they be with the way our company so we won't share any beam. So it be a probable 11 near Kogrim Nankasamu deep na fair.
Probably 11 there. Last time I bought game, you know, I'm not going to change much from that lineup. Maybe I may have problem kakrano coach, you know, Benjamin, of course, be bought ni honma, and I already said we be I already said the game we are, you know, and being it an away game, you know.
Only sa kumu now.
Many an ali do a ball right back, not left back. You do mensa and more left back for consistency. I haven't had the convincing output from any left back yet. The ball give mensa met me a Jiku. I think Jiku central defense or the lot of leadership and calmness. Yo, say the pressure, see what field in the sono. So when you play, you better represent departmentally. A band fin back you calm down. Yeah, now you country need free a team because recently we've seen small countries are more higher power. So we go in every game with the same mentality. I never talk about Egypt, Cameroon, Algeria, and Tunisia. And I'll be going for Jiku. Salisu has the experience, the elitism, everything above Ajeti. But Salisu convinced me so much. I watched that game for Monaco the other day. I'm about 2-2. No, I was against Man City. I'm going game no Famra. Salisu was a bit late in all the doers. Haaland game in America. Before Haaland picks up the ball, now Salisu fell out with Kabesha say. Monaco game, you know, and I saw those 2 goals and said, Salisu, with your body, with your physique, you have the big personality. Haaland Wontumi in blue, but he was always late. But I could run in the bar, and I watch all that. I think this is one of the goals, eh? Yeah. Yes, nice. Also, I'm reviewing, yeah. No, building your thing first, yeah. Then I boy out on it, and you watch Salisu, and pick Haaland. Watch the 2. Well, no, he was yes.
Haaland will pace a chance Salisu, but now Salisu was pace. What can pace? I'm talking about space. Yes, it's a friend of Baba. How do you hold that? Watch the 2 players. Just strike and Haaland and Shahono. But then, maybe you understand? He has the pace. You have the space. Salisu Modena say as a Montari or Sanka or 6. Yeah, he's calm, but probably he has speed. Caribbean. Okay, Ronaldo work up no. Similar situations are now a fine margins, but I'll be going with Salisu and Jiku. And feel Honomono, Elisha Thomas Pate should have me in a double pivot. Now Antoine Semenyo, Kudus, Isahaku on the right. Yo, my boy Semenyo our left. No my boy game we say the same in my boy Isahaku our right. Nam the Kudus boy Jordan and Yuchi. Mean to bench Jordan for AFCON ya boy you top scorers in one. Jordan you top 3 now count. Jordan and you Dennis Buanga of Gabon, Mo Salah, and also count and Mohamed Amorim of Algeria. Robert Benya Jordan and you of Ghana. These players, I'm gonna so by them I could bench me top scorer, me captain. I mean, in terms of experience, he's one of the top guys of our lineup. So Jordan will lead the line. The Chino Mebomiensa, Semenyo on the left, Kudus behind Jordan, and in between Semenyo and Isahaku. Now a double pivot, you know. Hey, Kosisi Baba. Nothing else.
Kosisi Baba.
Watching a go.
But Salison start the game now.
Match with the Salison start now. The Sibo are train.
Aye, comedian. No. My Thomas and Salison start the game. We.
But Elisha so.
and I make a lash and I'm a boss Alice Dino. A lash to my spot and I'm a corner, my bench is Sibu. Remember, Sibu started from there. This will be my probable 11. But be a concentration by Cockessia Pano Yao, Emila Trasano. I'll just say in a Gideon. Apart from these two places, many problem about BIB. And I think this lineup from there, we should, because a tricky situation. I could make some question, but I could be insider. And Mr. Messiah, you just brought me to a tricky point. Why necessarily the blaster lineup in CCA? Who is supposed to be the leader of our team? Inaki
Jordan Semenyo.
I mean, Inaki Crab in this particular Black Star setup, he has never been up for it. Considering players who are supposed to lead the line as number 9, I would never ever consider Inaki Williams.
Everyone the best position here. Pretty from the right, the blasters on one right. But if I want to
the same measuring rod now. But local player being what win opportunities to say the Kenya or Black Stars named that. Local player being what? Local player man 5 minutes. Okona no hope onya de mu yin film ye yin film. Inaki ba 2022 the best in there. Tell me what has been a sterling contribution to Ghana. Only a moment where he scored that late goal. Ewo Baba Yara asa in over 3 years, and he can just give us one solid moment. We demand more from him. Just as we demand more from Ayu brothers, no Semenyomo, we demand more from him too. Also, we a big boy if we be bow now, Oba. Captain. Okay. What if we had groomed a local player and built his confidence for that period now? Kadian and KBC. We are not fair to the local boys. We are not saying give equal opportunities to everybody. But when there is equality, now there is still a gap. You look out for equity and social justice. In this point, I think local players no also performing now. They are not benefiting from privileges like exquisite training facilities, modern training methods, the best of coaching. Sanka local players ni ebi anka baby omugina no eni nyaki de ne yepa na ebro so. But enka football. But I am saying here, how we measure local players and the chances here the moment. Or they compare foreigners now, there is a certain bias in there. And it does not speak to equity.
We all agree. We all really much.
It does not speak to equity.
Especially I bet for no cry as a resident in common. And now we saw Kasembi say from 2022, but all you cry Ruby say next year.
I said 3 years when
another be a chance of no about fire for 3 years no way at any bay.
Yeah, one permanent.
So many sano. But omo anyaki ni omo be wura team ni mu nyina no to some extent e bi mo e bi aka ho, but we are still here and omo pass man in temp and omo fa ne mbo ye. You will not always have it as you wish at club level when you come to the national team, but at least there should be a demonstrable quality beer unya dane di pe obi the way here man bi ka ho or the bi be ka ho, but the chairman in here big problem there. He won't settle. Wontumi settle a Black Stars team. We won't see the best of Iñaki, and he denied us the best years of his playing career. Timer, no. Wafaya call World Cup biya. Yani didn't call World Cup. Iñaki did not take us to the World Cup. Debbie, qualification for the World Cup. Where was Iñaki? Iñaki was nowhere to be found. Yani didn't call World Cup. He denied us his best years. Time out, Jinaswa Mojamono. One opportunity. Exactly. So the way you see Masaji Iñaki Dienona, I say you be a nego. So chairman, he has underperformed. A local player and a Koyanki, I know good so. And on Yadia, and a league as an opinion. Oh, no, wasn't any break.
No, make a point in the
local player and a Koya.
Say, I don't say Sam Kumoi. raise the be almost so your boys no comment we nya Canada so be kono nya sa few minutes na ye kana na be say a castle ntimi mo so as a kakra na but Benjamin Asare ana make us one make it clear case
no sorry then
I'm your boys no pa I'm serious koroko former goalkeeper in USC you know no one Felix
another Felix Chey so Felix Chey say
Drew baby na ye not sa boy ntimi number 1 me boy ka je me say me boy
see time na dey ma for you know or dey say ko kan ball no na Felix Chey sorry one game so time for dey say kan ball
but we were not bold enough to hand him opportunity
Felix Chey
and that's a spell ni muana me ma bobo Africa here we
boy me dey mani ahwe a goalkeeper against the rest of the squad Mediama Ali Felix Chey against the rest of Ali ni yam ni bema afena no yam bobo
ye ko afcon na Richard Fowi na akwa dem even o mo ide o mo ko afcon na nkasa na Richard Fowi ko nyon kwa na the best goalkeeper
na player born in 6 years old Libya
Richmond
Lamptey you didn't call in see
he ko transansim Jonathan so again be a friend before the game near born neutral player na me raho near born neutral player
Lamptey issue but edume bi na coaching ya bem no because Newton we were asking questions say Asimeru pra every single time Mike Yakobia Asimeru pra profile na Asimeru as an 8 no the my team no Christy here be if you go game Christy Asimeru more
it's when selection a coach
that one is a coach Juma a coach is in Juma.
My issue is there is a pressure on them to win and they don't want to offer opportunities to players they don't trust. Your coaches don't trust local players, Nessa.
But who gives the pressure?
Otuado was fans here. Otuado was bold enough to go with Asare and it paid off. If your coach is near bold, say a true thick and thin, we will stick to a certain local breed. Yenya player be use our special trait a subi woni mua. We can develop this local player, build him up. Ebi ko be free local league ni no Fatawi Shaku. The first blasters call up boy. And yeah, we are na sisi original mu.
Say no African na.
First blasters no unyam code dreams official. No na steadfast.
Yeah. And yeah no mu no odi.
No bobo long range.
You see, we gave him a platform to enter. And yeah di eni ato ne so yi.
On said that lad, you catch that lad at.
Yes.
You don't care about him anymore.
Me say, Fancy, if your coach is the technical team, they be bold enough to trust excelling, and yes, a local player be akeko, excelling local players. Ombenye jidie wo mumu, no more amomo abuild up confidence because national team no, and yes, we nimbo ne bonkwa. There are factors around the national team that allows players to perform. Say you need to settle in the environment. Also, to say, my first time I may buy any, will be our if I come here, it will feel a bit awkward. Mean to mean settling. But akra about the familiarity of oh, me new to relate here. Me no din come out. Me sana national team the NTA. But the more you are consistent with this, then you are building the player up. Local player ko yen you sooner obey training sir. You never told my match but could be 5 minutes. Yes, on yard the next yen can be on.
I didn't know guys on go what now.
Get it.
So say make a point on Inaki no money aje ho pa no. Because me so far Inaki obi afane more 8. You find Inaki more 3. The position but be o so familiar
the flanks or arrowhead.
Perfect. Yanka say Inaki behind striker krama honchiro. So I don't know why you who the person who no. And we still have the trust. Jet a local player. Me, I have been here and I've told people say, "Kwame Poku form na nyana no form we back no. The back to first one. Or the call Jerry and sa form no. But your friend blaster no. Near born a wing back. Near about free back. Near about Kwame Poku wing back.
Say as a mosi and free. Tieni e frani aya dia ni pa na beba no maka so wanya de nesa akwa local boys no kwani. Me sana me hu ade no.
CK time no.
Because one Salam today call as a boy a ball Ivory Coast and an yes Richard ain't me be the other beg to differ. I'm telling you.
Imagine Salis born the best football he played for us was World Cup 2022. He went off the radar, but we kept faith with him. near friend no bo ebi okra ma ne beshem na manfo complaining enrich against Chad. We saw it.
Like a local player.
You get it? A local player will never get such. Local player or bobo ni no. We need to change that.
Yes, true.
I was here son.
It's our mentality back. Players in a ball on the African continent and outside the continent. I have been sad about those boys, but I have seen Jiggy Diarra for young Africans. On the Chimamali.
Yeah.
Opa check
Aliou Dieng
oba original DM ho
Yanka Sakrani your example with Harrison Afful no boy right back when he was playing for Esperance Tunisia
and there's no person in Madrid ho but no bojo
Harrison Afful was playing ahead of all the options but no boy Tunisia
it has been one point I'm dreaming because with him goalkeeper department one goalkeeper between Benjamin and Sarri say and ya tizgimo Dan lad Balora
Dan lad
yes or more continent to
under 50 under 17 akwa under 20 akwa under 23 waba bokotoko abe captain kotoko adia ni wakopie mu Ethiopia order
he even went to the World Cup.
It has to be
World Cup 2022
obi a continent na building on the rough game na building on
Hi champion, fantastic news for you. If you have fleet in Africa, definitely you need to hear this message. We have every part what you need. Light duty, heavy duty, any machinery, trucks, whatever, you name it. Because as you know, your business is dependent of the right part, right time, for the right price, right? So we can get for you whatever you want for your trucks. So now you know what to do. Press on the link and do the first order. Let me surprise you. By the air, it will be just 3 days from Europe to Ghana. So let's go.
Line so na fe din komo from Morocco. Mr. Hart, Otian ka Ghana ka 9 minutes na 12 o'clock abonti ye be kano. Good morning. Hello.
Me good afternoon.
Oh, okay. Mate. Na second boko de.
Nyankopon da Roma bibia boko.
Well, Yagusu dim komo yenim say 4 o'clock and a kick off and so Ghana one only team no ho. But komo kakra from day one am start some more camp ba be see the match day. Ghana between yarefo ne yetiefo ache.
Well, fancy the American say since Saturday a bit komo have seen them. Any will be pay and advance meeting can ba meminda. And I did assume maybe in Morocco. And we decided to say a campaign instead of coming to Accra. My assignment nearby because now I'm Reno Esa. More players no do over the weekend. We had only 3 full days, 2.5 days, and 3 days to prepare for this match. And all connected from Europe, Baha, much easier and shorter than say we're banking. My assignment and Kosiada no players no chance here and Kosiada training 7 players na here at Monday we had 20 players in training. It's Monday free training by and na Kodio Pompe pra and Salisu Mohammed as a swab clients together with Kalebu and 23 and Afri Ahumachino, Jonas Ajete Beka on your full house. And now, a monthly training or Yaya on BC kind of start the One McNess, Bahona, Ibesia kind of. They had a 1 hour full training session, which was very good, highly intensive. Luckily, we did not have any cause to worry in terms of injury obia eho ejeje ne ho so eho sisi ne ho so Nyankopon adaroma and okay sorry normal omo breakfast in the next few minutes I'm saying the next 5 minutes you ever call the normal walk 30-40 kilometer walk just to burn out and also to have a taste of the sunshine, and then they will come back, they will have lunch, they will go back into their rooms, shower, have their normal match day video meeting, and then also the coach will announce his squad to the team. And then 3 o'clock, even free hotel near the Niache Stadium, and 5 o'clock Morocco time, which is 4 p.m. in Ghana. I had a call, BBI, okay. Yeah, me say, a man, ever call up a man, so now, Omako ding, nothing, Omode, and couldn't a brain, and anyway.
Well, from squad I have bony players we are available at camp and match day. Yerim say Ali du Seidu aye 1 and afi Fatao Isaku aye 2. Omo no bia injuries are yemranti nya nyame adom omo ho yo mababe du kan bia ho videos ni bi ne Essex edi kan ba bon chem say o hwom camp spirit no aye much higher e chen de edi kan ehu ewo aye platform no so kra na.
Oh, the spirit in camp is very high. 2 names are boy and Mantibia. Anytime they are around, they jump around, they laugh a lot, they share jokes, they are easygoing. They bring a lot to the team. They bring a lot of positivity to the squad. In Joma Bay, they actually anyone say, they are the sign they amaye. And I can say that their presence has been electrifying. Prince Owusu or home base to see a camera mediama. Nothing even shows local player. And of course, Benjamin Asari's experience is also very enormous. Kojo Opon Pepa, who is also a young player, has had a good start to his career at Nice. And also, who else? Obia is in a very good spirit, and we are hoping to better translate on the pitch, and obviously in performance and also in results.
Last 2 matches anaka ye fan one at go nti yentimi jumping enkonkodwen Sunday game against Comoros no when ye ne ka na ball from the whole kind spirit or high or company adini ne kan nyina bomu na Africa na me say obi atimi poli anaso obi atimi ma shock e ba say na Black Stars ekosa match mu.
Yes, we are aware of the shocks. Recent one cry in the chat. But that game is behind us. That game belongs to the past. What is in front of us is the most important thing. What is in front of us is Central African Republic. I know it will not be easy. They have gone through a lot of transitions. The last time I bought Raul Savoy and a coach, and now they have a new coach. They have made a lot of changes to their team. And there is that surprise element, but we are up for it. The players have seen a lot of videos of their recent games. We have studied their weaknesses. We have also looked at their strengths, and we are very much aware of the danger or the threat ahead of us. It's not as if I mean, when you go into a battlefield, you cannot take your opponents for granted. You have to be fully armed and gather all your arsenal and go into the battlefield. That is the approach. The approach is that it's as if African here. We need the 3 points badly. We know they can mess up our campaign if we do not take things seriously. You're very focused. We are upbeat. The players are well psyched up. We have tried as much as possible. So you don't know my dream, or my body, their soul, everything must be fully concentrated on the game. And we know that at the end of the day, which is a win. And then once we are done, we will think of Comoros on Sunday.
before say be more akoye how p because I was say said okay some be co work enche bia na wa concentrate na so my last 2 in 1 one no say Morocco there menya sure say pitch consensus bia also we bia maybe ekobo no ana pitch ayese na pitch ayese na afi 2 e dey na Ghana fo nyina nhwe no mo en free Black Stars ho and anwumre.
Yes, the pitch is okay, and my training maybe they can call it, and Alex Asante they can call it a share facility, and then we give the information to the technical team. A very active facility. Omo Moroccan Botolo lead, ABO. And then during the last window in September, Ahana, Central African Republic, Comoros, Asia, Omudi in Kugu. During the last window. And one of the new pitches I almost see nice dressing rooms, nice facilities, good pitch as well, grass pitch, very nice for football. Yesterday the players enjoyed the training, and I think that they are okay with the condition of the pitch. In terms of expectations, I know expectations are high, the pressure is on, Ghanaians are very much expectant, and the players know exactly the amount of pressure and frustration. Expectation. Yes, we have done it before, and I know that they will do it again. We need the support of Ghanaians. This journey began in September 2023 when we met Madagascar, Babayarago Pramaso, and then we continued with another home game against Central African Republic in June 2024. Yabo Chad, Crying, Yabo Mali, Crying, and then Yabo Central African Republic or Morocco. The approach is the same. We want to go into the match with that same ambition of winning. And it will not be easy. Sometimes it's difficult playing against teams that come in without a record, without anything at stake. But Omukrana and we are aware of all these factors. And I can say that the approach is not going to be different. We want to go in, fight for the points, get the 3 points, and then we will think about Comoros. But unfortunately, but we do acknowledge their support over the years since our journey started, and we know that so the to me and doing any solution no better team na yet kunim at their moment.
Mr. Hart, yeah, how P, Yabedasi pa for time awanya, me grateful. My name say, I benya 3 points. I penny about 12 so Yamiadman Sunday Bripem, Yabesaka Sabim.
That's a fancy young coupon kind. Only a comma swaging now, my. I mean, give you that we be in the men who's here now at Yasempa.
Yes, that's P. Many thanks for time. Yes, and see the Ghana Football Association Communications Director, Henry Asante Chum, Anna Yeneno Ekokuri. I mean, you have preaching enough. You're not going to come much in this one. I think
we'll be expecting a very good results. Whatever happens, the most important thing is to get a win. Then against Comoros, you come and relax it. You fancy after the game, we'll be here. To further do more discussions about Nabasan and Sane baby was here to near the BBH. But tonight there is a big game. It's a big game. Korokoni baby any go stars. I don't know some masokuna do no bell bench. Nyame ya aduma na nwumre ya.
Afa coach dia o mana twende.
Aye.
On
bench.
Oh, okay. Omo we pre-match.
I'm very pre-match.
Oh, okay.
I'm very pre-match.
Say,
over pre-match.
Pre-match. Oh, pre-match in Commodiana and your radio.
Oh, okay, Matty, and
yeah.
So, we did. What do you find?
The name say 2 teams in Omonia break.
That's it.
When you break, go start for when you break. In the game, no, so one be beer.
Baba Jesus no so say Kodoko share ne.
Oh, Kodoko usual colors na.
Okay na.
And then Gold Stars omo away e colors.
The one ko je akwaje 5 naira.
Debbie. Newton so omo nche no. The players they share what you know. Newton so omo nche ni ti o ba she ni.
So omo nche.
So omo nche no.
Yeah, for sure why.
I think
there's just a place now. The last time we saw Ubu so munyina from one player after the other. Obi abeka jo so munya league na. Ombegino masa ko African beam. Edo.
Do you know me problem with?
Because one anya was serious akwane background man come yi ni see. Ebi a boy no san can bonus next time.
The ko beam no e den no.
Yes na ko beam. The ball kabili no there you we no. Bi a wan show video no. Omani players next change here.
So
the players no je kabili for there na almost oje there. Yeah, the phone be bo.
Okay, so
how many jerseys for per game?
2
and per season.
No, game be 2.
Game be 2. So and also Gold Stars play a bobo you bet me a swap jersey.
I league until by okay. Now so swap 2 ni we dey just all day. Kabili ni jersey in the bobo.
I send over Hamad Ababo. But if you fancy, I think Gold Stars Edumaye pa. If they want to win the league again, it's important say you go to certain venues and get results. Bakoye Baba House Sports Stadium, especially when you are playing against Kotoko.
And as you told say Fiade say will be a 4 point for how.
Say you have a 1 point call.
Lions
have a 1 point. But me Lions team now. Anyhow, there are certain teams on have a 1 point. I will complain how. Because of team Nekuto results. In the last 10 years, when it comes to the Ghana Premier League, only Kotoko and I qualify for continental tournament. What about the following season where we move top 4? The rest of the teams they struggle to get in. But Anna, a bit mama advance Saka to whatever Gold Stars are doing, unless BBT him. Almost signing some a target for the league again, not for Africa. Because Gold Stars are Madrid and come back to Africa. There are certain signings that can be targeted. But the core part of this particular team, when Konto, boys, you almost say some winning. The first time you come to teach you feel dribbling made for the league. So they can be competent against any other team when it comes to the league. The recent games between Gold Stars and the Kotoko, fancy, are a close call. From the time baby and Gold Stars ever league him. Kotoko show mo ba 1-0. Obekaya sa go na Opon Isaac Opon. Ekelebo on they share the other part. Who is that game the free one ma? It has been a close call. Draw Abem 1-0 Abem Gold Stars Ashokotoko 2-1 Abem Omako the Gaka top 4. Ama Gold Stars Akosha by 2-1. Oma be champion of champions. Abem so close. Ama Kotoko we need the game no last minute. It's been a game where Urebiana fancy and Gama Gabu room. Apart from games I have in Kumasi ha. Baku Kotoko share Gold Stars by 4 goes slow, 5 goes slow under the floodlight. And again, Gold Stars are back again. Show more lineup, show more quality. Meno, this is one particular game fancy. Korokopa Omun CD the midfield possession in Bibia Farmer Gold Stars. Because in the middle of the park, Medica can say Omun more pay for league title no Kroma say no. Kotoko midfield na mean say wodin not in terms of physical levels, but I think in terms of balance and the technical quality Kotoko needs in that particular midfield, they are not there.
Omunya finfin ma Gold Stars.
Gold Stars so consistency won finfin
but come what me that
quality won finfin who bet to try be at start baby but want to try be at start baby ah
no you say me caro omo me Kotoko midfielders so e be am say adwene ko
oh me cast on midfielders
could you set
so games so ayenye say adwuma no wa ha ayenye say adwuma no wa ha ayenye say adwuma no wa ha
say oye juni.
But you look at Obiti Konto, I believe say over Ghana Premier League now number 6 for a quality player. Obiti Apia Makatu had enough experience to this particular midfield of Bebiani Gold Stars. Then you understand that this is a team that will fight for. Then someone Atakumi. Ana na no Kotoko boy na eduku mo ho chiromo papa. Ye bobo ni tisi o mechia. O nam ho sa o stretch omo. So if they should even go with a front 2 of Atakumi any eduku and ne Ablo and Samba, but I think Kotoko will also be looking at the broader picture. say squad na what's maybe playing time because ya since almost inside players bebre when players almost inside bebre na means almost match squad them too. So I think for weekend game they will have another option, but for today I wouldn't be surprised if they normal option for me to say Henry Ansu at the back line with Zakaria Fuseni. I wouldn't be surprised because weekend or more nations bo many me surprised if they Hamza Takra Betimabo too. I wouldn't be surprised because they will need that particular squad rotation going into the work game to get the best results. But at home, Sekotoko person work game no mu pulling a lot of people to come and watch. But Sunday I told some Koroko supporters something. Say move on mutrim. Koroko bo goalless and be modra. And I didn't know about 0-0. And I was like Chelsea bo goalless. I can next game cut video center.
True. Compare reaction.
Oh, I'm not saying also the frustration here bad. Maybe. I'm saying to stand on it and say, oh, when I'm crying background, I'm on share. Yeah, ma.
What did I mention as a I'm not going to go in the Bogoless. No,
let me say Chelsea there. Be on the train by I news if you be quiet.
New to some
it's so bono. It's also demand for the player.
Oh, fans, who hasn't said that nobody should demand for
because we share fans no more.
It is two different things. It is two different. Now, Momo Hokran, who bought Drama Master Room. Mumehe. Omumehe. But Mr. Omumehe. No, that is what I'm talking about. They come. So under the floodlight, don't sit at home. Come and support your club. Fancy, I will always say this: a club in this season, a quiet dominant. Come and support your club and make sure some results. And yes, I final results back not baby because two crucial games before work. Or Bob Babiani Gold Stars League champions.
An Africa rep.
Champions League. Or we are both Nations FC. Oh, Abrankese. Difficult games. It is 6 points when you come one. And no matter me, I check crowd be now about the work game no. So it's important to give your team a very good performance and give them results. And I think Kotoko will be happy with the form of Ibejo. Sa Kodano, say club no home na fanawi. Abona swewi. Baby edi kan born asu yes ade no koye obrekum no. Okoba ene ha ade okoye wo Abeokuta. Ne hwe na no ball sa be ball baba Sports Stadium. I think it's about finding the right balance between these two teams and getting the results. But and then it's about quality. Fans obi obeka to say Gold Stars ni quality be oboa. Obi obeka to say Kotoko ball number be oboa be time be oboa. These are two teams whenever they meet. One thing you can be assured of, Dian go be PM.
New bread.
Let me say,
I'm a man
because
Mike, bruh, me cry me asana on my margin.
I am here to promote the game.
Yes.
Game no. Black Stars by the time on Bebo we no. So this is me a key stakeholder.
Donkey.
There is
maybe Musamo yes na calculating ya check.
Yeah. Who go be are?
Mike say Jabi, some Mike say Timu nya do.
Is only go be are.
So say what could do say.
Is it what do say? Is it all my record?
Is it what three and I from any so.
Oh, so record no.
No, that you na me.
The manager one.
When they camera shoot.
I'm say manager na one.
And then we duty.
Facility. Be a marco and your facility.
Who trusted over be every day be at the MHBR, Nusu one child 20 cities. On the Nicola 20. Messiah. It's a Saturday be your 20 cities.
Wow. Money down can be
every Saturday.
Money down
on declare the income.
More than 200.
This is a game of two very, very good teams.
True.
Gold Stars in the G Premier League known as last season, Kodoko JFA Cup. They faced off the champion of champions. They faced off the top four. Last season, Kodoko picked 4 points from Gold Stars, 4 out of 6. Top 4, Gold Stars staying champion of champions, Kodoko Kotian Mubion. Gold Stars are peeved. Ashiom, they will want to come here and respond. Mature settings and my game way a day. They both were engaged in Africa. baako de ko yie baako anko yie baako pese o kire se nka wo bo me de ni bia bia anko andru baby a wo adru sisi. This game has everything that points towards the fact that it is going to be a very, very big game. Ebuono, Shadrach betime repeat here, 20, 30, 70. Center line 30, VIP 70, Popular Stand 20. Blasters ebebo 4 by 5:30 court 6 na Blasters a way.
Be out to stadium.
The next venue we are more Dabi. And then so Nyankopon ya dom the Everton attorney. So we have a perfect weather and perfect conditions. Say obia beba be support Kotoko. No obia so aba be football efe. Even if you don't support Kotoko, come and attest to the quality possessed by Gold Stars team. No. So almost see abetamu our form no boni ya attack me so form. I don't so bopara. And the two strikers will face off against each other.
QuickBooks gives me the superpower to automate my invoices, track expenses, and get paid fast so I can get back to what I love. Get more done in less time with QuickBooks Online.
My processing the details. My processing the details.
More alpha me na manage anymore.
Baby, so come and enjoy the game. But Bibintinu went me amba radio station beer dimu. Our person take commentary was in Shra, Kesben, Pure, Angel. A lot of the top radio stations around. Opemso, when Sabekan live commentary, and now with the open bro for Nidia, collab, joy mo. When Sabekan commentary also, then you get to listen. This season, you have see the Premier League, echo and next level. We are painting the Ghana football in digital color.
Those commentary, what about one game? Yeah, referee.
Yeah, check him. The referee and we over him. Yeah, may a referee and answer. Menti fancy. You can listen to the commentary and enjoy yourself. Couples also on Tenacia, no problem. So not and way. So okay, no problem. Or videos needed me.
Wapon.
What the fuck I say? I said the referee.
And so be right in there. Soccer by Fatilona no more to Jano Sunday. And to be white. Okay.
Obano so commentary boss or
supporters or member support.
And it's a commentary position.
Everybody is welcome. Obia. So
oh yeah. But I'm interested. Akomian Chen ni na me bo.
Akomian Chen ho.
And also
so we were doing English.
Okay.
Yeah, English. And Fatilo de be white also yeah. It's one set up so we're quality sound and back crisp.
Okay.
Baby, I'll bet me. Okay, good. Exactly. So, oh, bra.
Commentary position.
So, okay, lady in the number.
Oh, David.